All right, good morning. This is a update as far as the trial and the father. So I didn't know this as of last night. It says Austin Metcalf's dad goes scorched earth on Karmelo Anthony, demands son's killer to look him in the eye. So this is probably during the phase before they decided to sentence him. This is as of June the 10th, 5:51 a.m. EST. Austin Metcalf's father stared down and scolded despicable Karmelo Anthony when his son's killer refused to look him in the eyes during his emotional victim impact statement. So that makes sense. The only person we heard about was Karmelo's mother, but now we're finding out it looks like that the father, Austin's father, had the opportunity to speak. I wonder if Karmelo's dad spoke. Anyway, Jeff Metcalf demanded that Anthony, 19, don't look down after he was found guilty of first-degree red rum and the fatal STAB being of 17-year-old Metcalf earlier Monday afternoon in Collins County, Texas courthouse. We were robbed, the elder Metcalf cried out as he told Anthony to face him, according to WFAA. Don't look down. Anthony had been hanging his head down during the impact statements and refused to look at Metcalf family members, which included Austin's father, mother, and twin brother Hunter. My boys weren't bullies, Metcalf said, referring to the claims made against both Austin and Hunter that they had targeted Anthony for sitting under their school tent at Cookendale Stadium in Frisco, Texas. My son's death destroyed the person I used to be, he said. He does not exist anymore. People think grief is sadness. It is not. It is rage, pure, unfiltered rage, Metcalf said as he slammed his fist against the table, angrily shouting, the outlet reported. You failed your parents, you failed yourself, and you failed society. You don't belong in this community, he told Anthony. A piece of me died with my son, and I'm expected to keep living. You're going to prison. I forgave you the day it happened. I don't forgive what you did, he added. You can't look me in the eyes, but you can stab my effing son. Metcalf had been silenced by a gag order by the court for opposing the decision to place Anthony on house arrest while awaiting trial. He blamed the teen's crazed supporters for swatting his home 6 times. We learned what swatting was some years ago. If you don't know, look it up. Shout out to Thornton Township and Dalton. The outraged Metcalf briefly mentioned the pro-Karmelo protesters who had formed outside the courthouse as he shot down the group's claims that the trial was racist against a young black teen who had committed the stabbing in self-defense. This was never about race, he said. It is about right and wrong. The public's response sickens me. The moral decay is frightening. Metcalf concluded by speaking to his son, rest in peace, Austin Metcalf. Love, Pops. Metcalf kept his glare directed at Anthony as he walked away from the stand, coming within 2 feet of his son's killer, according to the outlet. Austin Metcalf's mother, Megan, directed her anger toward Anthony about what she had lost because of the fatal stabbing. We will never know what our future could have been, the heartbroken mother said, fighting through tears. For journalists, activists, this is a story. For our family, this is our reality. There was a part of him you can never take from me. The strength I still get from him every day because I know what it was like to be loved by him. My son was red rummed. He didn't just die. He was taken from us just as he was starting to live, Megan said. Megan Metcalf shredded the seemingly reduced sentence handed down on Anthony, who had been facing a max of 99 years in jail. You may have just been given a sentence of 35 years. You should feel lucky because I've been sentenced to a life without my son. The jury deliberated for about 3 hours before they gave the guilty verdict. They again deliberated for another 3 hours before returning with a 3-decade-long sentence. During the sentencing phase, the jury weighed the potential extenuating circumstances of sudden passion crimes committed in the heat of the moment that in Texas spell lighter sentencing. Hunter, who was born 2 minutes after Austin, shared his own emotional statement to the court. You took a son, a brother, a friend, and my best friend from this world. You took someone from me who was supposed to be an uncle, godfather to my kids. Now I want everything taken from you, Hunter choked. After learning Anthony's mother, Kayla, after the hearing, Anthony's mother, Kayla, and his brother blasted the killer's conviction and sentenced as racist and biased to cheering supporters who chanted "Free Karmelo."
Live coverage is continuing here on WFAA Plus. I know many nights you may have been tuning in to get that after the trial coverage, to get up to speed on exactly what happened during the day, but we are coming to you live, and we are going to continue to do that as we are watching what's happening inside the courtroom as these victim impact statements are continuing. You know, we have no camera, no microphone, no audio recording, nothing inside the court. The judge made that decision several months ago. So we do have reporter Jovan Puniker, who is allowed to be inside, and he is giving us live dispatches, if you will, from inside the courtroom. And that has continued throughout this trial and continuing now. We have a couple of quotes that have just come in that I want to read to you. This is coming to us from Jovan. Metcalf's mother is saying, he didn't just die, he was taken from us. She also raised her voice and said with some anger, you should feel lucky you got 35 years because I've been given a life sentence without my son. Jovan says that Austin Metcalf's mother then snatched up her paper and walked right past Karmelo Anthony and went back to the gallery and sat down. So sounds as if deep emotion as well as some anger. And now we know that Jeff Metcalf, Austin's father, is giving his statement now. Jovan says there's a slideshow that is playing. The judge muted the music, and while the video is playing, Jeff is reading words off a paper, and he directly says to Karmelo Anthony, quote, "We were robbed. Don't look down." So I think we can take from that Jeff and Megan, Austin's mother and father, perhaps are finally feeling like they have a chance to have their day, to be able to say what they feel like they need to say directly to Karmelo Anthony. And again, the father saying there, don't look down. Clearly he wants to lock eyes with Karmelo Anthony as he is saying these things about the son he lost.